lot of you over the years have asked me, where do I get Bluebird driving school from? This is it. This boat, between the year 1955 and the year 1967, this broke the world's water speed record 7 times, this did. On its last outing, it went over 300 miles an hour. Now you lot think 70 is fast in our learner car. Can you imagine doing 300 miles an hour in this, with a big jet engine behind you? So that would take a man of extreme courage to do that, and there was such a man, and they called him Campbell. He was a famous world speed record breaker going back to the 1950s and 60s, and he drove his boat to incredible speeds, and he also broke the world's land speed record as well. Now I'm not an engineer or a hydroplane expert, but I'll just explain a few things about how this works here. See these things under here? These are called dragon's teeth, these things here. Now the purpose of these was to lift the nose out of the water as it was accelerating, and the nose would rise. And these big long arms here, these big long arm things here, these are called sponsons, these things. Now the purpose of these, if you look at this here, see how it comes down into a wedge here, and it comes here. As the boat gathers speed, it would rise out the water on these planing points here. And that's what the purpose of these was. These were called sponsons, and the sponson arms. And these plastic shields here, these would protect the air intakes under acceleration, because this sucked up a huge amount of air. So these protected the air intakes under acceleration, so they wouldn't put the fire out the water. Stop it for now. Now look under here. These were the planing shoes here, and it skimmed across the water. And these 3 things, there's one on the other side, and there's one on the back, and that's where you get 3-point hydroplane from. So the whole boat would lift out the water, and it would ride on these 3 planing points here, you see, and it would skim along on these things. Obviously this has got the cover off. They have a cover on the engine. That's the jet engine there, with a 4,000 pound thrust on it. So there's some power behind this boat. Lock it off again. Here, kill me as well. This here, look here. This is the rudder. That was the rudder, and this was a stabilising thing, this thing. And to stop the back ends skimming around too much. And this box here, this is interesting here. This was called a water brake. See this curly whirly pipe? So compressed things went into here, and a big ram came down here to help slow the boat down, you see. Because Bluebird's a jet engine, it doesn't have a propeller. So they had to do a means of slowing this down. But this was only fitted to the last record attempt, this one. Because Coniston Water is 5 mile long, which is huge. But the 300 mile an hour jet boat is quite small, so they had to have a way to slow it down. And this is what this device was for. There's a big piston comes out there to slow it all down, you see. And this Union Jack up here, this is original only restoration. So you mentioned about restorations, there's a tragic story behind this boat here. In the year 1967, this boat actually crashed at over 300 miles an hour. And the man Campbell was driving it 40, lost his life in the attempt. And this laid underwater for 34 years, this boat. And in 2001, they found it and they raised the wreckage, and they spent 20 years, piece by piece, putting it all back together. This is what this restoration is. So you all know where I get Bluebird driving school from. Ask me questions on the next lesson. Moving on from our visit to the real Bluebird, I actually have one of my own, a smaller one. It works exactly the same as the real one. It's jet engined, and as I was saying before, the sponsons here, this is the same. It has a wedge that runs down here that makes the model lift out the water. And the real Bluebird's got a 1-to-1 thrust to weight ratio, so it's a 4,000 pound thrust with a 4-ton boat, and this is an 18 pound thrust jet engine with an 18 pound boat. I'll just show you on the inside. Let me just get the camera in here. So this is the jet engine, and this is the fuel pump for the jet engine here, and this is the computer in here that actually controls the engine. And this is the kill switch, so if anything went wrong I'd flick a switch on the transmitter. So if anything went wrong I'd flick a switch and that would shut everything down, you see. But this is basically the jet engine that powers it. It's also got a bilge pump in it as well. This bit here, every time I run it I flick a switch and this bilges out the bilge water, the excess water, which comes out of here. And the real one, it came out of here, but this is 1/6, so it wouldn't pump out the water there. So my dad sort of engineered a sort of a device to bilge out the pump water here. And the same at the back here, look, we've got the stabilizer and we've got the water brake at the back here. But basically this model here works exactly the same as the real one. It hasn't been on the water very often. It's only been in the water 5 times in 15 years. But yeah, so that works the same as the real one.